17 of the NFL. And all eyes are on the Jaguars' Offensive Player of the Year, as he's topped the 1,300-yard mark receiving on the year. It's the Jaguars and the Texans on Monday night.
Originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when his franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. Tonight we've got one last present under the tree, our final Monday Nighter of the year, between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. We welcome everybody again alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and CD, we've got an interesting test here today. One of the league's best passing games and one of the best pass defenses set to square up and see who can perform better in a high-profile matchup.
And you and I talk about all the time how fortunate we are to be in this position, to be around these types of games. And as jacked up as these fans are, how about these two teams? They've been looking forward to testing themselves against what is considered the best on the other side. This is going to be a lot of fun, a very exciting battle.
The punter Logan Cook set to start the proceedings, and we are underway here in Jacksonville. This take it in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good pick out there at 22.
He was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Back to throw again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So a win here in Jacksonville would give them the season series. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to have another first. Made at the Jaguars' 25-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Houston.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. They'll look to throw again. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. A good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence. It allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll look to throw here. Dancing to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Well, you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
2nd and 6. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. A huge win defensively there on the sack, setting him back 12 yards. And now 3rd and goal.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Crawford. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good, and it's now 3-0 Texans.
I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
I think what we saw there, partner, was a true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to when you want to on offense. And in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on. But his opening drive, while stalled out, it still gave him 3 points.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line.
Now Etienne to start the drive.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week.
19 carries, 107 yards.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's Lawrence.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Texans scoop it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense. Just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
on a first down.
First down, Texans.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Number 81. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Houston.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Laviska. With touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was the touchdown catch from Laviska Shenault that capped it all off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
The Jaguars at 11-4 now on the year, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late, winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Straight ahead, Etienne. Down at the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Lawrence under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's George. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 17-yard line. A pretty good mark there. They needed 14. They got 14 on third down. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On play action, Lawrence. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Lawrence. Touchdown, Jaguars. From 17 yards out. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they have no answer for that right there.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And now out comes Houston. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Recovered by Mohammed.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Now back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. He'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 33. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll look to throw here on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 12 more yards there and another first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
To the sideline, wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. They'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Out of the gun now on third down. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
To throw again on second down. Lawrence. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence looking deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've reached halftime here on...
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Play action. It's Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On third down, Lawrence. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. And they'll go again with Etienne. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now hang on here a second. Looks like a... obvious discomfort from that last play. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. Etienne up the middle. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Good job there defensively to push them back on first down. I'm not sure if this is 4-down territory or not because they can kick the field goal and get it back within a score. But you know that's not what they're thinking right now. A field goal has to be their last option.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the
touchdown from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars had got it back to within a score. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit. Found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Looking to throw. Over the middle, he's got Chenault. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And taken down just shy of the 40. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll drop to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one where he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Down inside the 40 to about the 38. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the 38, Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. That's George. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
A handoff for Etienne. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On 2nd and a couple, Lawrence. That's complete right around the 8. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Second down and goal. Lawrence. That is caught at the 7-yard line. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now we've got a 3rd and goal situation.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. And this is no good. Oh, by a matter of inches, he missed it wide to the right. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. A 4th quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
Well, it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will make this a 4-point game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Taken at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Houston set to take over. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The Texans send the punter out, and surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar. They get set to take over.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll start on the ground. ETN.
And he's got some space here.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as he gets this up past the 30.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances of trying to win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Throwing now, Lawrence. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So now the Texans down by 4. And time, a huge factor. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on.
He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In the case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On 1st down, right back to Etienne. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. Got to get to the 26 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand.
Ready? Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed in intermission. They come out, they have the big 2nd half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale